All right. So what I would like to do real quick is kind of cover a couple of things that are going to help you get more listings. And I know that's been kind of the big topic right now. Everyone wants more listings. So think about this. In a buyer's market, you have all these buyers that start to come to you, and you can't, and it's the sellers are having to reduce their price because there's so many buyers and they have so much to choose from. Now, right now, we're still in a crazy seller's market, right? Because there's still not enough. If you're running any values on any properties right now, you're not finding any properties to value. And so to give you a little bit of insight on what you could do to get more listings with very little bit amount of money to spend or no money at all, I want to kind of help you get more listings. And what's the reason why I want you to have more listings? Listings bring more listings. Listings bring more buyers. Listings bring more opportunities. If the market shifts, what's good? Listings, 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 listings. So you want to have as many listings as you can. You want to utilize those listings to get more. So how can I get more listings each month? All right. So let's just talk about a quick little easy way to do it. The easy way to do it that might cost you just a little bit of money, but it's not going to cost you a whole lot. It's safe to say all of you probably have a buyer right now, and you may or may not have written a couple of, a couple of offers on a couple different properties. You may or may not have. Okay. And maybe you lost a few. All right. But you now know what neighborhoods they would like to be in. So if I was to use some systems like RedX and or some sort of other system out there, Cole Realty or anything like that, to be able to pull addresses of an entire neighborhood, how can I get those people to call me? How can I get them to call me? I'm going to give you a quick, easy little letter that you can simply send out to be able to get those people to call you. Would that like help you, you think? I think probably, right? I think that probably help. So let me give you this real quick. I'm going to give you the software first to use. The software is important to use. The software to use where you're going to send out this letter. And this is one that I've used, but there's so many good ones out there. This one's one that I use called stamp.com. Okay, it's called stamp.com. Now, I've got a legitimate buyer that wants to buy in this neighborhood, or maybe I did, but I don't right now, but I did have a buyer that wanted to buy in this neighborhood, and I want to send out a letter. Very simple to get them to call me. Answer me this. Do you think a letter like this might get them to call you? Hey, Joe, our client Molly just missed out on a property in the Spurwing subdivision. She'd like a park, a pool in the subdivision, a yard for her grandkids, and a fenced-in yard. She's well-qualified buyer with a great lender, and she's super flexible. Her dream closing is 3 to 6 months. If you have any thoughts of moving or know a neighbor who might be moving soon, give us a call or something like that. Give us a call. And I put my information in there. What am I doing in this letter, guys? I'm getting to the point right away that, hey, I got a buyer that really wants your subdivision or wants a subdivision. I got a legitimate buyer. I've got somebody, or I did have a buyer that wanted that subdivision. And I was to send this out to, say, 150 people in the Spurwing subdivision. I'm just using the Spurwing subdivision as a thought. I'm telling you that I know right now this is working. There are people that are using letters like this to
I'm
get
like, where's
listings
it coming
every
from? Because it wasn't
single
even you.
month. And whoever's talking, remember to mute yourself if you're going to be talking out loud to someone else. And if you unmute and go ahead and talk. If you guys have questions or something like that, I want to hear your questions. We have a lot of people on this call right now. All right. So what do you think? Do you think that would possibly bring you phone calls? There are people doing it right now, and it is bringing phone calls. It is working to bring calls to get people to call you. I know someone that got 2 listings last month sending out a letter like this. Very simple. Now, one, you do have to pay a little money or get with your broker if they have access to Cole Realty. A lot of brokers have access to Cole Realty or RedX to get those lists of those neighborhoods. I'm telling you, I probably send out 200 letters a month, something like that. Personally, I send out 200 letters a month, and emails, because using RedX, I can get emails too. Now I have a lot of responses of people saying, I don't live in that neighborhood. I think you have the wrong person. I get that, but what do? Oh, I'm so sorry. I sent that to you. So sorry so have you ever lived in this city? Do you have any need for any help on anything? I use it as an opportunity to try to create a conversation with them. So it doesn't mean if it's bad. So it could be good too. But sending out a letter like this, just think of the possibility of getting someone back. So this software I use, great software, works really good. Just send out a simple letter and bam, it goes. Has anyone, and it's okay to mute now, you guys want to chat, has anyone tried this and had any success with it? Sending out mass letters. Very quick, easy software to send. I already have the entire database of the Spurwing subdivision uploaded in here. Click the mouse. Everything looks good. There's 146 in here for unmatched. Save that selection. Bada bing, bada boom. Approve the campaign. Looks good. Let's send it. And in a matter of a few seconds, when I want it to go out, that works. Let's do that. It's going to cost me $133 to send out 150 different people. And go, go, go. Trying to get it to send. It's not sending. I'll play around with that here in a minute, but I was going to show you how fast I can send it out. But the cost to send out all those letters right there is $137.83. And that's going to send out a ton. Okay. That's one thing I wanted to show you. All right. Number two, how to get 60 plus people in your database with just a little bit of work each week, each month. And you've got to work, guys. You got to work. And so if I have a listing, and every one of you have, yeah, I guarantee you all have access to listings right now. Okay, pretty common. Most people do. You just basically need to find a house. The open house is just the excuse. And what are you planning to do? And by the way, this is from Eisenhower Coaching and Consulting. So all of this is material right out of Eisenhower Coaching and Consulting. Highly suggest the coaching company. Great company I've coached with for a long time. So what are you doing? So the reason for the open house is you're using the open house as a strategic selling point to convert the listing. Yeah, true. You confirm the time and date, push for multiple open houses, generate traffic and generate business, invite as many people as possible to the listing, as many ways as you can. Okay, so you open house, you got all week to work to get all those people. I'm telling you, open houses are an amazing opportunity to pick up more listings. Place signs strategically around the neighborhood. Strategize parking. What does that mean? So most people say don't park in front of the house. I've seen people park down the street for an open house they're doing. Why? Park in front of the house. You want it to look like there's people there. So strategically park your vehicles in front of the house so that you can get people to see that this house is active. Oh, shoot, I want to get in there and see what it's all about. Register guests for security, insurance, marketing purposes, and all of your CRMs these days will have an app that you can use that I'm telling you, I got 100% sign-in rate using that app. Set up as many people as possible for the MLS listing e-alerts. What's listing e-alerts? Well, if you've got all these neighbors that you contacted that you're getting to know, every one of those neighbors need to be set up on a listing e-alert, which means they're getting listings as they go active. And you set it up to go out immediately. You don't want them just to get a big old bulk email once a week. If a new listing hit the market, you want them to see their neighbor's house went on the market before their neighbor's sign goes up for sale. You want them to see that. And you want to see it comes from you and your branded website or your branded MLS. That way they can see that you are the go-to person. You're the one that can get the information to them faster than anyone else. Set up as many people on the SNEers. Nurture, cultivate, and get feedback. Give feedback. Get feedback and give feedback. Now, if you were to go around and you were to door knock all the neighbors with a simple invitation to show up, what are you doing? You're actually getting more people to come, but you've got to go meet people. That's your job as a real estate agent, is to meet new people. Your plan is to meet them. And if you go to them and door knock them and you ask them, hey, will you come to my open house I have this weekend and bring some friends? Come visit me. Come visit and see what your neighbor's house looks like. That's their invitation. Come visit. I want you to see how I do business. That's the other thing you want them to know. You want them to see how you do business. Hey, this is Shawn Cardoza with Cardoza Real Estate. It's nice to meet you. I have your neighbor's house up the street on the for sale. We have that for sale. Our brokerage does. It doesn't matter if it's your listing or not. We have that house for sale up the street, and we're holding a special open house this Saturday, 11 to 3. Since we know ultimately the purchaser of the home is a friend or family of acquaintance of someone that already lives in the neighborhood, we're inviting the entire neighborhood to come by and take a look. So my mother and father-in-law bought a house a couple weeks ago. I got to help them do it. But guess what? They bought it in a neighborhood where their friend lives right there up the street. If the seller of that house would have door knocked that neighborhood like he was supposed to, he would have found out from this person that, yeah, I do know Mark wants to move into this neighborhood before I took Mark to the neighborhood. He would have already found that out. And so that's the reason. That's what you're doing, trying to capture him before somebody else does. And so if he would have done that, he would have known. Okay, so if you happen to meet someone looking to move into your community, this is a great way to handpick your neighbors. You think you want to swing by. And if they say yes, it's great. Since we're doing everything we can to get your neighbor's home sold, I promise I'd ask the seller, do you know of anyone looking to buy, sell, or invest in the area? Make sure you ask that question. If they say no, they can't make it by your open house, it's a totally different script. Just kidding, it's the same script. Totally understand. Since we're doing everything we can to get the neighbor's home sold, I promised the seller I would ask, do you know anyone looking to buy, sell, or invest in the future? It's very simple. So now what if we strategically choose our database from SOI to leads we have in the system that we've been dumping into our system to a mile around this open house, then separate the neighborhood of the open house to another day, all the way down to calling vendors and inviting them to the open house, your favorite lenders, your favorite escrow officers, your favorite, business to business relationship, your car dealer that you bought your car from. Why don't you call them and invite them to the open house? You segregate your database and structure your database into these individual boxes. And then you specifically each day of the week spend an hour calling your SOI on Monday, or an hour circle prospecting a mile away, 2 hours maybe, mile away, meeting people, inviting them to the open house. And then the next day on Tuesday, you actually hit the neighborhood. The next day on Wednesday, what if you went after for sale by owners and expireds and invite them to your open house? You're not asking them about their house. You're inviting them to your open house, getting to know them, showing them how hard you work. Maybe ask them if they want to do an open house in the same day if for sale by owner wants to, and you'll send people their way, they'll send people your way. That's Wednesday. That's only going to take you 30, 45 minutes to call all the for sale by owners and expireds in the neighborhood. It's not going to take you that long. And then on Thursday, go after the vendors and your database. On Friday, call your SOI. And then on Saturday, you're actually going to hit everybody again and all the people you met, send them a mass text message and get them over the open house. Now I'm contacting so many people that week, and the open house is just the excuse. And I can use this simple invitation and just modify it a little bit for every one of those people. Open houses are huge right now. I'm hearing big numbers of people going in, and then some I'm hearing maybe one or two. But who do we blame if only one or two are going to an open house? Did we actually market it like we're supposed to? I spend retargeting ads for our entire team, and I send it out there and try to drive more traffic into it. I do that. Just try to send it to different specific areas of areas that are moving into our area. Yeah, that's spending some money on it. Okay, I do that much. But the individual agent, you've got to go out there and meet people. You got to use your open house as a reason to meet people. If you're not getting very many people in your open house, look at how you did your business and make a decision if maybe I need to do things a little different next time. Maybe I need to spend some time Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and work this as a real job and try to see how many people I can get invites and agree to come to my open house and get their contact information. There's plenty of opportunities, guys. You just have to take the time to give it a chance. You've got to take the time to work this as a job, not just fly by the seat of your pants and wait for your phone to ring. You got to get out there and meet people. All right. All right. Anything else for the good of the order? There's a lot of people on this call. Anything you like? Anything you want to hear more of? No, no. All right. Go get it, guys. Have a good week. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Thanks, Shawn.
Welcome. See ya.
Thanks, Shawn.